Welcome back to the Journey to Greatness, day 20 of 365 with David McDonald, the GOAT. Sorry about the delay. I was experiencing some technical difficulties. Fatima, good morning. Carl, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right. I will see you all on the other side shortly. All right, everybody, welcome back. Good morning, Cuz. Steven, good morning. Happy Tuesday, brother. Marcus, Amy, everybody, good morning. So we just finished our meditation routine, and now we're getting into our journaling routine. So I will see you all on the other side. Excuse me. All right. All right. Welcome back. So we just finished our journaling routine, and now we're going to get into our reading routine. I will see you all on the other side here shortly. All right, my friends, welcome back. So we just finished our reading routine, and the book has some pretty good, I think, life points in it that I can draw from. And in this one particular, okay, if you are self-employed or you work on a 100% commission basis, it's really important to make sure that you are delegating and using your time efficiently. Now, some people may answer emails all day. Some people may call people all day and say, I had a very productive day. But what the book suggests is you should categorize your time into productive time, indirect productive time, and everything else. So productive time and indirect productive time are usually the things that require your specialty, or your license or your certification, etc. Everything else is usually something that you can hire out, and that you can hire out an assistant to do and carry out those duties. And so, when you, from the standpoint of real estate, productive time would look like I have a client in my car. I'm negotiating a contract for a buyer and a seller. Indirect productive time would look like um, you're calling, you're following up on your clients, making sure they're all in the loop with what's going on in the transaction. You are circling around with people who have interest in either buying or selling. And then everything else is pretty much everything else. So then Larry Kendall, which is the author, he talks about an example. So ninja selling, right? This book, the author actually has a course that you can take and pay for, and that will train you pretty much in the skills and the art of getting through, being better at what you do as in your career. And so they have an example, and this is the most powerful part of it all. They have an example in the book where they talk about there is a white team. Okay, there's two teams playing basketball, and the white team. I don't know why there's two teams because they only talked about one. Well, no, there is two teams. Okay, it makes sense now. The context. Okay, so there are two teams, and they're both playing basketball against each other. The white team, the instructor says, "Okay, everyone in the class, we're gonna watch this video, and I want you to know, I want you to tell me how many times the white team passes the ball." Okay, and so everybody's watching and they're focusing. They're very, very, very intensely focusing. Pass, 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 pass. And the instructor stops and he says, okay, how many times? Everybody in the room says 13. The instructor says, yes, awesome. Woo! Everybody starts cheering, yeah. And then the instructor says, did any of you notice the bear that was moonwalking on the basketball court? And so, not so many people raised their hand. Only like a couple people raised their hand. So the instructor rewinds the video and then plays it again. And now, after the second time, when he plays the same exact video for the class, the instructor asks the question again, who saw the moonwalking bear in the video? And everybody raised their hand. Okay, it's a very, very, very important part. So listen up. The reticular activating system that's in our brain, it focuses on what we focus on. The white team in this example is the distractions: Facebook, emails, phone calls, text message, ESPN fantasy. That's the distraction. That's the white team. The bear moonwalking on the basketball court, that is what we're actually supposed to be focused on, right? The thing that, in my opinion, everybody else isn't focused on, which is building, which is the journey to greatness, right? It's easy to do all of these other activities, but for me personally, I always suggest to myself, be better, develop yourself. I actually enjoy listening to TED Talks. I actually enjoy playing chess and Monopoly. That's just my personality. So I like learning. I like reading. I like journaling. I like all these things. I like meditating. Um, but it's not something I've always liked to do, but I haven't always been good at it, right? It was something I had to develop. But what's even more powerful about this white team philosophy or theory is it's so powerful to write everything down. And that's why I feel like it's powerful to also have a vision board. That's why I feel it's powerful to have your dreams on the wall. Because if you focus, that is what will show up for you. And the popular saying is whatever you focus on expands. So if you can't, I have $1 million bill, right, in my office, framed, really nice, really pretty. Every time I go into my office, I see it. Every time I go into my office, it says focus, determination, and perseverance. 6/6/2019, millionaire. It's a sign that the neighbor in my office put on my door, and I never took it down. But every time I go to my office, I see that. You see what I'm saying? So pull all that back and now put it into your house. You know, you have characteristic goals, you have spiritual goals, you have individual goals, you have partner goals, you have monetary goals, financial goals. When you have these things up in front of you all the time, you're constantly reminding and focusing your attention on it. Whatever you focus on expands. That, my friends, is probably one of the most powerful things that we can know as people to expand our universe into a life of total abundance, total gratitude, total financial freedom, everything that you could possibly imagine. That one key thing, understanding that there are a lot of distractions, seeing the distractions for what they are, but choosing to focus on the bear moonwalking on the basketball court. So with that being said, we will conclude with one passage out of our Your Best You Ever book. This book is cool because for each page, it delegates to a day. And then in that day, it provides like a passage or a prayer of some kind that may be applicable, a tool for us to take throughout the day. So the title of this passage is A Wing and a Prayer. Be cheerful. Keep things in good repair. Keep your spirits up. Think in harmony. Be agreeable. Do all that. And the God of love and peace will be with you for sure. Corinthians. Miss Charles E. Coleman, the author of the classical devotional text Streams in the Desert, wrote, 2 wings are necessary to lift our souls toward God. Prayer and praise. Prayer asks. Praise accepts the answer. That's why we should find the time to lift our concerns to God in prayer and to praise Him for all that He has done. John Wesley correctly observed, sour godliness is the devil's religion. These words remind us that pessimism and doubt are some of the most important tools that Satan uses to achieve his objectives. Our challenge is, of course, is to ensure that Satan cannot use these tools on us. Are you a cheerful Christian? You should be. And what is the best way to attain the joy of the rightfully yours? By giving giving Christ what is rightfully His, your heart, your soul, and your life. Christ can put a spring into your step and a thrill in your heart. Optimism and cheerfulness are products of knowing Christ. Billy Graham. How changed our lives would be if we could only fly through the days on wings and surrender and trust. Hannah Whitall Smith. A lesson for the heart and soul. Cheerfulness is its own reward, but not its only reward. I think the biggest thing that comes up for me there is, again, and I'll continue to remind myself this, and I continue to say it out loud: be in a constant state of gratitude. Be in a constant state of gratitude. Respect and treat your belongings and possessions with respect. Okay? It's an honor. It is an honor, never to be mistaken. Our ability to see, our ability to pronounce, our ability to think, our ability to feel, our ability to smell, to taste, our ability to dream, to imagine, to run, to walk, to lift, to sit upright, our ability to grow hair, our ability to grow old, whatever the hell that means. Um, our ability to cut our fingernails, our ability to get manicures and pedicures, our ability to make money, our abilities to get in our cars, drive, and be on the road for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and not get in an accident, our ability to get pulled over by the cops for driving too fast, our ability to, get a get a ticket at the at the Fred Meyer stoplight for not coming to a complete stop. Um, our ability to plan and strategize our lives and take control and responsibility for our lives. All of these things are things to be grateful for. And I think, just understanding this, the simple things in life um, are never to be taken for granted, because we can be disrupted so easily. So it's just really important to just constantly, do our best to be in a place of gratitude. And with that, everything else will follow. Do our best to keep our noses clean, and, identifying, I think one of the biggest things is identifying who serves and who does not serve you any longer. That's another one also, because there's a lot of people in this world, and there's a lot of different energies that you may be accustomed to, and that you may grow to not be accustomed to. And understanding and moving on that diagram is, I think, very incremental to your growth, and or is very important for your growth. And I think that being aware of who you are and understanding how you're changing is also is going to help you with determining, who serves you, what environments serve you, and what don't. And then you ultimately getting back to who you are and anchoring yourself in who you are and moving forward and taking over everything that you do. So with that being said, I thank everyone for joining me today for day 20 of 365 with David McDonald, the GOAT. And I hope everybody out there chooses something to focus on. And I hope everybody out there has the best day of their lives today. I love you guys dearly, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Peace and blessings.